Hello everybody. First off, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to everyone who has supported me thus far with my artwork. This video is mostly going to be me explaining everything I do with my work, what I want to do with it, what I think of it, what my goal is, ultimately. I wrote down a few things, just so I don't forget any of my points. Through my art, I want to leave my mark on the world. I want to be able to create a ripple in a pond that I feel has been just too still for too long. I want to create change. I want to make those waves, make people actually do something different than what they normally would. Look at things different than they normally would. Even if it's only a few people, I want to show my version of beauty, and how that beauty can sometimes bloom from the darkest of things. Darkness is not always a bad thing. You can learn from the darkness. You can only see light and know the true power of light through darkness. If there were no shadows, you wouldn't know the difference between light and dark. So those dark times are necessary in order to grow and actually learn and know what sort of light you want to reach for, where you want to go, what path you want to take. And I don't care how big of a group that is. I just want people to see that with my work. I want to show how even a thought of destruction is still creation through art. If you have a negative idea or a negative thought, you just feel like you want to destroy something, you can take paint and splatter it on a canvas and you're still creating something by releasing that energy. By releasing that negative energy, you are creating something positive within yourself and on a surface for you to remember, hey, I did that. I used that energy for something good. I want to show that gray that's between the white and black scenarios that people often jump towards, rather than saying, hey, what's between this? What else is there? I want to show that gray and just want people to think a little differently. Like I said, it doesn't matter how many people are impacted. If I can impact one person with that, whether it be them speaking to me in person or looking at my work, I'm still accomplishing my goal. So it's something that can exist throughout my entire life, and even afterwards when I'm gone, when my artwork's still going to be here. I might not, but my artwork will still be here for others to enjoy, and that makes me very happy to know that I'm leaving my mark, and that makes me happy to know that even if I'm gone, my mark will still be here for others to enjoy and learn from. My experiences will still be there in my work. I want to make people feel something other than average. I want them to feel something other than average about themselves, not just the world, themselves. I want them to realize their flaws are what make them beautiful. My flaws are what make me beautiful. It's what makes me an individual. It's what makes me different. It's what makes everybody different from each other. Our flaws, they're only flaws. If you think they're flaws, they can be valuable traits if you choose to make them work for you in a positive way, and that's what I do through my work. I want to challenge the norms, basically, and show that even something chaotic can be just as beautiful and gorgeous as something peaceful. And I like peace, but I find peace sometimes in drawing destructive things. I mean, those are not peaceful paintings. But I find peace in looking at them because I know how I felt when I was making them. I felt like I was one with my emotions and I fit somewhere. And a lot of people have a hard time finding out where they fit. And I'm lucky enough to find where that is at such an early age. I still have a long way to go. There's a lot more for me to learn and see. Art's never going to die. Art can't die. It might die with the human society if we are the only organisms who end up being able to think how we think, but ultimately art will not die as long as the human race is still here. Since the beginning of the human race, people have been creating, whether it be a building to live in or even a park bench, it's still art. If you give it meaning, it can become art, which is why it's so amazing. It's such an adaptable world to live in, an artist's mind. It's always growing and evolving, which is why I feel I've come so far as a person. It's not only helped me grow as an artist, but as an individual. I've been able to find myself through my work, and there's more knowledge through art than people realize. There is, when you look at something and you want to recreate it, replicate it, or even like completely change it, make it something different, you have to have a basic understanding of what it is in the first place. You have to have an understanding of the universe you are in order to create. And this goes through, how a light hits water or glass, or how a shadow projects when the sun is in a different location of the sky, or how the bones in a body look when a person is in a different position. And there's physics, there's mathematics, there's anatomy, there's everything in art. It's all visually there. You just have to find it and search for it and learn how you can understand it in your own way, and how you can project it in your own way, as your own version, as your own truth. I just feel like art is the only thing that has that much beauty and has that much energy to transfer and exchange and share. And I don't think there's anything that can make me happier than doing that and being involved with that. I mean, I've worked with special effects, worked with makeup, worked with crafts like scrapbooking even. I make my own dreads, I paint, I draw, I've sculpted a little bit, and yet I still feel like I have so much more to do. There's so much more. Like I will be busy for the rest of my life because this is something I can constantly do more with and expand my skill and become a well-rounded artist and a well-rounded person. The more knowledge I obtain, I feel like I could be everything, anything, whatever I want, and it's all because of my artwork, because that's what I want to do with the rest of my life, and that will give me joy, make me feel like I've done what I'm here to do. I hope I don't know what this is going to be for. I don't know what this is going to do for you guys, but I just felt like it was necessary for me to share what my purpose is, what I want to do with my work, what I feel art can do for anybody. I don't care if you think you can't draw. You can draw something. You can learn how to do it. You can be abstract, or you can be realistic. It doesn't matter. It's art. Art's whatever you make it. So why not pick up a pencil or a paintbrush and just go for it and see what happens? Some of the greatest masterpieces created out of nothing until it's turned into something. So go ahead and turn nothing into something meaningful to you. As long as it means something to you, it's art. Whether someone else understands it or not doesn't matter. It's all about your emotions and your experiences. I was once told to reach for the stars by a very respected teacher of mine. And every word he said to me, I carried with me, and I still haven't forgotten it. It meant the world to me, and I have followed those words to where I am now. And I felt like a lot of that I needed to share in my own way. So I just hope you guys, I hope this video kind of just gives you a slice of my perspective and what I wish to do with my passion. And maybe I'll find others out there who want to do the same thing. I appreciate you guys listening, and I hope I've stirred something different just by telling you guys this. If not, try again some other time. But I really do appreciate you sitting through this video if you did, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all who have been such a wonderful mentor and supporter, friends, and role models. I wouldn't be here without you guys too. You guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate all the love.